Imagine, if you will, a sliver of land cut adrift from the English mainland. There it sits, a shimmering jewel in the azure waters of Bigbury-on-Sea, just off the coast of South Devon. This is Burgh Island, a place where time seems to stand still, utterly captivating and wonderfully remote. As the tide ebbs and flows, the island reveals its true, enchanting character. It is connected to the shore by a glistening causeway of golden sand at low tide. A natural pathway inviting you to step into another world. Glamour mystery, splendid isolation. The island itself is small, a mere 26 acres of rugged beauty, crowned by the magnificent silhouette of its famous hotel. The first glimpse of the Burgh Island Hotel is something you never forget, my darlings. It rises from the landscape like a brilliant white ocean liner moored against the green hillside, its clean lines a beacon of elegance. The building seems to have sailed in from a more glamorous era and decided to stay forever. One feels an immediate sense of occasion, as if you are about to step onto a film set from the golden age of Hollywood. The salty sea air whips around you. The hotel that stands today is a glorious testament to the Art Deco period. Glamour, sophistication, modernity. Originally built in 1929 by the visionary Archibald Nettlefold, it was designed to be the most luxurious and forward-thinking hotel of its time. Imagine the sheer excitement of it all. The Roaring Twenties were in full swing. This hotel was the glittering epicenter on the English coast. Every curve, every window, every piece of chrome, a declaration of opulence and a break from the past. It was a playground for the bright young things. Champagne flowed, jazz music filled the air long into the night. Sadly, the hotel fell into decline after the war. Interiors neglected and sparkle gone. But you can't keep a good thing down, can you? Burgh Island has always been a magnet for the rich, for the famous, and the terribly glamorous. It was the ultimate secret getaway, a place where one could escape the prying eyes of the press and simply be. Among its most celebrated guests were the Duke of Windsor, Wallis, Simpson. They sought refuge here during their controversial courtship. Picture them strolling along the beach, hand in hand, the sea breeze their only companion. The hotel also played host to Noël Coward, the epitome of wit and style. He famously stayed for 3 weeks and left with a new play under his arm. It was a place that inspired creativity and offered a discreet sanctuary for society's elite. However, no name is more famously linked with Burgh Island than the Queen of Crime herself, Agatha Christie. She adored this island, finding it the perfect setting for her intricate tales. She even had a purpose-built writer's retreat, a beach house perched on the hillside. The adventure of staying at Burgh Island truly begins with the journey across the water. As the tide recedes, a wide sandy causeway is revealed, allowing guests to simply walk from the mainland. It's a marvelous feeling striding towards the island with your luggage in tow, leaving the everyday world behind with each step. But it is when the tide is high that the island's most iconic feature comes into play. A colossal, custom-built machine, the sea tractor, trundles through the waves, carrying passengers high above the water on its elevated platform. It's a wonderfully eccentric and thrilling way to arrive, making you feel like you're in a James Bond film. It is utterly, brilliantly British. Once you are on the island, a wonderful sense of exclusivity takes over. You are, for all intents and purposes, a castaway in the most luxurious sense imaginable. The rest of the world feels miles away, and the island becomes your private kingdom to explore. One of the most cherished traditions is taking afternoon cream tea in the glorious Palm Court. To sit there, surrounded by Art Deco splendor, with a pot of tea, warm scones, clotted cream, strawberry jam, is pure bliss.